So we have another offline cast for you today. It's TEAMOXID against Get Face on Muscles, which was the lower bracket round 1 game from KBG LAN 6on6 tournament. For TEAMOXID we have Blade, Fireball, Flop, Cresty, Stonage and Stray, and I think they're all using their correct nicks in the game. For Get Face on Muscles we had Aquila, Alva, Scarzy, Specular and Testy. The only fake nicker was, I believe it was Sook, who was using the name Butterfly Effect. I said Butterfly Effect most of the time. The maps for this one were Bremen and Supply. This was a recast, so it wasn't live from the event. And unfortunately there was some demo issues with the game. It didn't catch the last section of the game. However, we do see the entire result. We do see who wins and who doesn't win. But we got as much as we could before the demo just shuts off. You'll see it happen on the screen. It will just shut off. And that's basically it. That's basically the end of it. I hope you enjoy the game. We should have the rest of the games. I believe there's only 4 or 5 more games to come. And we should have them up all within the next week or two. So enjoy this game and more uploads to come soon. So we're going to kick things off here on Bremen. I believe the second map is going to be Supply. Between Face and Muscles and TEAMOXID. Everyone's using the correct nicks except Butterfly Effect, who I believe is Sook. I could be wrong. Fight. So there's going to be Face and Muscles on the defense first here on Bremen. Early airstrikes come out, 2 of them. Will they pick up any kills? Doesn't look like it, as I think there's a big moving crossfire from the allied team. 2 or 3 players on this left-hand side. They are going to get in the revives as well. Nice work by Cresty. He's going to get a second revive in, nice, but the Axis team are going to reply, get in some Gibbs as well. Really nice work. Maybe a plant going down at that main gate. It's actually going to be Scarzy to shut that down. Revive not going to come in. Since the reviving medic just got eliminated by the respawning Axis. So they've held on for the first push, which can be quite hard sometimes. As we do have Cresty somehow making it through. He did get 2 kills on that left-hand side, on that right-hand side for the attacking team, and just ran through the lower ruins. Did get his hands on the flag, but it didn't line up with the spawn times for the allied team. Let's see how much they can hold it off. The Axis. I do say this first stage can be a bit of a lottery. If you can get a couple of minutes here, you're pretty happy. Double kill comes in for the Axis team. Airstrike comes out. So it's actually going to kill someone in, I think that's Archers. That was Butterfly affecting Archers, as you can see on the right hand side. Push coming on this right hand side for the Axis. They're going to try and get their hands on that flag. As Cresty's going to jump up on the roof. He is going to be able to get that kill. But he's going to kill out. He's going to kill out mid-jump towards that flag. And Axis have already held it off for a minute and a half. So I think this is pretty much job done on this first stage. Anything from here is bonus time. If you can get a minute or 2 on this first stage, you should be fairly happy. 4 players on this right-hand side for the attacking team. They are getting shut down though. Ava double kill comes in. And I think that's Flop out for full spawn as well. Aquila in position at the flag. As 3-4 frags for Oxid come in, but I think the respawning Axis are going to just come straight out. Airstrike straight onto the upper ruins. There's 2 or 3 players up there. Doesn't actually manage to pick up any frags. We're sticking with we'll stick with Flop here. Spotted someone in low ruins. I think in Archers. He did get a bit of damage off. He's going to be able to finish off that kill. They should really get their hands on the flag here, as you're going to see Flop pushed towards the flag. He does get a couple of frags on that run, and you're going to be able to pick up the flag on the spawn. 2.5 minutes hold. The plant will go down at main as well, so that'll blow at 12 minutes. That's a 3-minute first stage hold. Is actually pretty decent for Bremen. The Oxid team have got their hands on the suits. And they're just going to push on through. Blades right up for this. Already made it to generator room. He has got support of Fireball and Stray. Where are they going to turn their attention? Are they going to go for CP? Or are they going to go for the keycards? Personally, I'd say, well, it doesn't matter which one you go for, but go for one of them. As the Crossfire generally eats up that CP attack. You have to do some damage towards spawn side before you can really get anything done towards CP. Nice shooting from Cresty. Does manage to get one. And look at this freedom. The freedom to just move across. Because the guys from CP can't really shoot it. Nice from Cresty. Gets triple headshot with the Sten. Don't see too much Sten action. As a lot of frags for Oxid come in. They are making their way towards the lower office. Fireball in position. I'll just keep this on free cam because I'm not going to be able to show if I'm going to be able to click to his position. He does spot 1 and 2. I think he's going to try and time it. Oh, the click goes straight to Fireball. He's going to try and take out someone on the spawn. This is really nice from Fireball. Really nice from Fireball. He gets his hands on the objective. He could just run for this. Ooh. So that was a really nice grenade from Fireball. He timed it perfectly. I'm not sure if the respawners are going to come in though. It is just on the respawn for Face and Muscles. And they have got quite a few players in position. I think they've got 2 players in office. Only 1. So Fireball might be able to get away with this. He might be able to get away with this. It's all down to the guys at CP. And we'll see how they react after this pause. There are 2 players. Has he got backup on the road? He does. He has a bit of backup. So we'll stick with Fireball when this unpause comes in.
Prepare to fight.
So the unpause is going to come in. And one thing I did think about while it was paused, he is mid-strafe, and that can sometimes mess you up just on knowing how fast you can move. There we go. He is going to make it away, and he will make it into the manor house. He'll just go to the end and just jump off. He should have a lot of freedom to do this. He's got a couple players in position, and he is going to be able to make it in, and he's going to be able to get that key card into the generator. Job done. CP now the next main aim for the allied team. And what happens now is the axe is going to fall back, and this is because once you get that key card, you lose spawn side. They actually picked up CP at the same time anyway. That has gone down on the barrier. So attention is going to get turned towards this truck. Big spawn push coming in from the allied team. Rarely utilised the old smokes. There was a grenade. Specular, I'm pretty sure he must have seen or heard that. Nice rifle comes out from Flop. Revive should come in. They come in. So tap out instead. Big push from Oxid coming towards the front of the truck area. Testy's got a nade in his hand, nades towards his own teammate, and kills his own teammate. Again, I'm pretty sure that he saw that. We've got Testy again. Gonna have the Panzer from Cresty. 2 kills come in, and that's 2 players out for 10 seconds in the truck bay. And the build is coming in. Nice revive. Stray should get this build in. And they are going to be able to escort the truck outside the front of the truck bay. No one alive from the allied team to continue that going. Cresty's pretty much all there is. He's against 3-4 players. He picks up 2-3 frags for Cresty as the truck's just going to roll on. He does finally get stopped. Respawners should come in though. All of them should be respawning at the same time. Axis is going to go quite aggressive. They haven't got a barrier to defend here. They need to be careful. You're going to pick up Skarzy, who's behind them. This is interesting. Don't know how Skarzy got here. Oh, he has been taken down. He did get a frag, but it was more of a distraction. He is out for full, and I think Testy is as well. Ava in position with a couple of other players. There's someone in low dark. That was a rifle at the feet of Ava. Push coming towards this spawn side. Nice shooting. Let's get a bit of damage in, but he's just going to be completely pincered. The allies are going to move the truck a little bit. Cresty on it. Who picked up 2 on that push, 3 on that push. Cresty's been doing some decent work here in the later half of Bremen. Didn't see too much of him at the start. Did some decent sten work, but look at that. You see that glide? Tokyo Drift. As they're going to maybe try and get this barrier build up. I don't think they're going to have it. Allies are all over it. Trucks rolling on as well. They have got maybe a Panzer. They haven't got a Panzer. Let me see Blade or Cresty go Panzer. Maybe Blade will go Panzer now. Specular does pick up 2 with the rifle. Truck hasn't been stopped. There's a push coming from behind. Nice rifle comes out from Flop. And that should be it. That should be it all cleaned up. Cresty picked up another 2 kills. And this is going to be a pretty decent time. 7.5, 8 minutes. That's uncalled for. That was uncalled for. So it'll be about 7.5 minutes. Which is reasonable. It's not super fantastic, but you're going to be very happy with that. Looking at the scores, Cresty, I think most of those frags came in the last 3 minutes. He went ham towards that spawn side, and on the truck pushes, he got multi-kills multiple times on that truck. So he got 21 frags, 2.4k damage. Looking across to the other team, Aquila, Scarzy, Testy picking up decent-ish frag numbers. The big damage going towards Aquila with 2.5k damage. So the response has to come out from Face and Muscles. It is in their hands. They have 7.5 minutes to attack against. But it's not going to be easy. Oxids are actually, or should I say TEAMOXID? I have been told off for calling them Oxid in the past. They are officially called TEAMOXID. One word, lowercase. This is what I've been told. But TEAMOXIDs are very good on Bremen. These guys. They're not afraid of choosing Bremen. I'd say along with Elysium, they probably have the widest map selection out of the bigger teams. But I'd say TMT and TSB are stronger on particular maps, if you know what I mean. So like TMT and TSB, if you get them on particular maps, it can be very, very hard. But their map pool is not as deep.
Prepare to fight.
They still bring quality to every map, of course. They're both great teams. We have seen players from those teams complain in the past. They haven't been they haven't played certain types of maps, i.e. not Gold Rush and Supply. Anyway. Face and Muscles on the attack. We're going to watch Specular here. He has got the rifle. He did get, I think, 1 or 2 shots off. I think he connected with the second one. But he didn't get the kill. Nice long range Garand action. Push on this left hand side is going to cut a couple of players down. Grenades. Pushes Butterfly Effect, aka Sook, away from that revive. Aquila has actually risked out fall, and he did take one down, but he's going to be out for the 30 seconds. He's actually going to get picked up, so not so bad in the end. Low Archers player. They didn't spot him out. He's going to be played. And the flag has been grabbed by the allied team. Really nice attack. And the Axis are going to just give themselves. They don't want to give away that suit. They have anyway. Respawning Axis is going to come in. They should be aware of the potential here. They are getting to position at CP. I think we saw someone make it in low. It was Specular. So they've already set up that crossfire. So they lost that flag very quickly. So opportunity for Face and Muscles. If they would have been held off at that first stage, even for 2 or 3 minutes, even though they held off TEAMOXID themselves for 3 minutes. TEAMOXID's backup stages were really quick. This courtyard stage is generally very hard to break down. Stonage gets a big triple frag from the office area. Don't think he took too much damage. He did heal up a little bit. This is what I'm saying. This stage can be so hard to break down because you poke your head out to shoot any of the positions. There's 2 other positions that can shoot you at the same time, basically. That's always the strength of a crossfire is, you know, 1 or 2 people in a crossfire aren't being shot at. So then it forces you into these long-range duels, which are just not advantageous for an attacking team. You know, Axis it doesn't take too long to get into position at spawn. And your ammo is kind of limited on attack. So this is nice for the Axis. They're kind of like, yeah, please take us on. Rifle is going to get that gibbon. If they just did a mass attack towards spawn, that would be a bit different. We are seeing quite aggressive play from a couple of players. We have got a player just proned out on the balcony. His flop. That's an easy rifle shot. Pick up Stonage again. I'd say someone in this office area is almost the most vital person when it comes to the crossfire, because they can see everything, and they're generally the person who's not being shot. So whereas the first stage didn't last very long, I shot from Cresty. Already this second stage, I don't think Cresty saw Specular there, just above him. It was Specular indeed. Push coming across. Presti's going to have that Luger in his hand. He does manage to take down one. Presti's dangerous with everything. Nice shot from Stonage. It does look they're splitting their attacks. They're not sure where they're going. It doesn't look like they've got too much of an idea. Just seeing a lot of long-range duels. So there's an opportunity to get into that lower CP at the moment because everyone's distracted at the upper area. Who's that a smoke by? Interesting smoke. Revive train will come in. Crossfire is still going to be pretty horrible to deal with. Trying to pick up some allies, but they're not lasting very long. Let's pick up someone on the spawn. Or Fireball. We have seen Fireball just run riot here in the lower manor house. It's another position where you can just play really aggressive. He's going to get one frag. Kill out's going to come in. Flop is playing some really peculiar positioning. He is going to pay the price. We did see him, like I said, we saw him primed on the balcony. And this is what I'm saying. Fireball's just got so much freedom there because everyone's pushing the same way, which you kind of have to do. Nade him from lower. These guys at CP are just going to get absolutely minced. Obviously just destroying right now. And that was Blade just roaming from spawn side. I'm not really a fan of the crossfire they've got though. They have underutilized this office area. If you watch a team like Elysium, they seem to have like the perfect setup. So that if they get overpowered at spawn, it's not happening just yet. But if they get overpowered at spawn, they can generally hold it off. You have Gizmo in the window. And that's like one of the most powerful positions in the game. Just because you can't get gibbed. Although he is the only medic in that office area, it's not too bad. It's actually brutal. This TEAMOXID Crossfire. Doesn't really matter who gets the last bullet because you can almost guarantee that none of these kills are 100% damage. That's why you don't see Merlin bigging up Crossfire kills. It is nice as a team. I'd say it's the best thing to look at. Big push coming in for the Allied team though. They should be able to make it into lower CP. And it is, look at Specula. He was aware that the potential they could get flanked. Because we did get here before and Fireball comes in anyway. And he is going to be able to pick up two from behind. So that was it. They had their small chance. And it got ripped out of their hands. And Specula was aware of that. They was like, I know I'm going to get flanked. I just know it. And it didn't happen instantly. And then people started dying behind him. So he had to get those revives in. And it's just like literally 2 seconds later, the timing on that. Face the muscles. They're going to be full held. And it will be a 2-0 lead for TEAMOXID. As stated before, the second map is going to be supply. This second stage, I have said it so many times on Bremen before, is the most difficult stage probably in enemy territory to break down. Because the crossfire is so widespread. That's what the main issue of this map is. This second stage, the crossfire comes from a 180-degree angle, basically. Guys from spawn are shooting towards CP. Guys from CP can shoot towards the road when they come across to go towards the key cards. They are going to be able to take control of CP at the end. 3 seconds, 4 seconds left. It doesn't mean too much. You're going to see some pretty heavy score lines. We did see in the first half, Cresty was well ahead on 21 frags, but look at Fireball coming back 37, and he's playing that roaming medic who just roams into the lower manor house and just shoots people in the back on the crossfire. Like Fireball, a lot of people think that's lame, shooting someone in the back. You've got to do this sort of stuff. This is how the game's played. You know, positioning, being good with positioning gives you that opportunity. I'm not going to see the scores altogether, but I think it was 38 frags, Cresty, 37 for Fireball, and I think we had a couple of 4.5k damage. Skazi and Testy, I think, picked up 21 frags as well. But the ratios were always going to get destroyed on that stage. If you get held up, well, that was... I used my use button as he threw the nade, and I followed it almost perfectly. That actually... that felt really weird. Anyway, so we're going to kick off here on supply. This is the second map. 2-0 lead for TEAMOXID. And now they're on defense as well. We could see a really nice first stage hold here. I've got 15 minutes. Rifles are going to get exchanged. Flop taken down. Random siren's going to go past my house. Great. I think that's an ambulance. Sirens in the UK have different sounds depending on whether it's ambulance, fire engine, or police car. I'm pretty sure that's an ambulance. So Oxid have started fairly strong here on supply. They have taken one full though, straight out for a full spawn. As more kills are actually going to come in for the Face and Muscles team. Stonage is going to get that reply in, and he is going to be able to pick up 2, make that 3 from the lower cave. And he's going to go aggressive with nade in hand. We have seen some really nice play from Stonage this weekend. I'd say out of all the players of Oxid, in terms of who's turned up, I'd say Stonage has been their biggest performer. Just based on what you, kind of, not what you expect, but what we've seen in the past. Stonage has really brought his level up quite a bit. He's going to deal with blades. He's going to try and bounce in. He's not going to be able to make it. Crossfire from lower and upper at the same time as he bounces in. Rifle comes out from flop. Going to have a couple to deal with in the upper area. This could be big. Nice! Rifle comes out from flop. That could have been 3. But he picks up 2. I could see them just all grouped. I saw all the names bouncing along. He obviously didn't see that. That was really nice from Flop G's. Had a standard rifle shot, but Flop is hitting them. Gets another one to respawn. Bounce down from Specular. Doesn't connect with that shot. I think it hit the edge of the wall. I don't know if he meant to do that or not. He's going to try and take down Flop. He does. Bounces in with a grenade in hand. Is he going to be able to take someone down with that? He isn't. I think that was just a bit unfortunate. That it was only a 2 to 3 second nade. As we do hear the rattling of an MG42 in the hands of Testy. It's going to just relinquish control of the middle area. As you see him pick up 3 frags, Blade and Stonage, the guys playing on middle. They're not going to be able to get those shots off very easily. He does actually get taken down. Maybe a little bit weak. Blade just pops out. Takes him down nice and easily. There is one thing about this rifle position that Flop just loves to play. It does become quite obvious after a while. Flop G's got a little bit fortunate with that frag. I think he was aiming for the guy in front and he managed to hit the guy behind. We'll pick up Blades on this middle area. We'll if I can find him. There he is. He does get picked up. RT does the work. He already got one with an MP40 as well. He's aware of that MG42 or Panzer. Only gets boosted on top of that second hut on the right hand side. Getting a lot of damage off. Sees some feet. It is Cresty. Maybe towards the front of the door. Does stop some bounces in. Cresty playing ultra aggressive. He's just risking full spawn in cave. I don't care. We'll try and pick up some of the attacking team. It is pretty brutal to watch first person. Just gets his head ripped off. Look at that. I think that's from Fireball on the rifle stairs, which is the right hand side. Didn't even see him. Fireball didn't give him any chance. Fireball likes playing this position. Blade, big kill. 4 frags for him. Double MP40, double artillery as well. He's going to be able to clean things up on this stage. Flop going aggressive again on the respawn with the rifle. Does spot a couple moving up top again. Does get a bit of damage off towards one. I think that was Testy. He got boosted along with that rifle. The nades are just going to rain out, stopping the bounces coming in. Fireball picks up 2 frags. And Fireball's that sort of player. He seems to be very smart in terms of positioning and timing. In that he'll just wait. he'll hold position when everyone expects you to be killing out. And then everyone's bouncing down with nades in the hand or not expecting to have someone to deal with. And then there's Fireball just sitting there, gets the 3-man easy. Just covers his team as well on the push. Another RT's going to come down. I'll try and pick up Specular on the rifle. He does pick up 1 frag. That's the field up on middle. Blade already got his RT down and picks up 2. Another rifle's going to come out. It's not going to connect. Respawn will come in and you'll probably see aggression come out from TEAMOXID. And they are indeed 2-3 players pushing up on the roads. Maybe one in the cave as well. There is a flop in by the broken wall. I haven't spotted him just yet. He's going to have a nade in his hands. There's the kill out. Tries to push in. Panzer comes out from Skazi and that might open it up for the Allied team. They really need to take advantage. They haven't had too many opportunities. They can't play too slow off of this. They picked up 1 big frag, taking down 2 players. And it's going to be Fireball to take a bit of damage as well. But the mine's in position. Huge crossfire in that lower area. And it is going to be TEAMOXID to somehow come out of this. Stray picks up 2. One of them was with the grenades. The other was with those 3 mines in position at lower cave. Oh, you just hate to see this. You get that one small opening. Two-man Panzer comes out. You're like, come on, we can do this. And now they move the truck all the way in, and this is just going to make it so easy for positional players. And they'll just sit behind this truck a lot of the time. It isn't far enough in just yet to really take advantage. Push coming in this upper area. Stonage going huge again. 3 frags comes out for him. And they have managed to move the truck all the way in this time. So you will just see someone stand behind it now. Let's pick up Stonage. He's hit some good shots. It is very hard to watch the reviving medic on middle and try and predict some sprees. Just because he's the reviving medic on middle and he won't get those sprees very often. Blade, Stonage and Fireball. Those guys have been hitting some big ones on this one. Not so much on Cresty. He is going to be playing. I think he's playing that effectively, that reviving medic on Stray. Stray's been doing some good work though. Gonna eat an nades. Out for full. Or out for 20. Push coming on the roads. And Face the Muscles have to set a time here, or it's literally the end of their tournament. This is a lower bracket game, and if they get full held here, they can't come victorious and fix up a decider map. They are going to be able to make it into that lower area, but 4 frags come out for TEAMOXID. Flop picks up 2. I think TEAMOXID are just a bit too strong here. I don't think TEAMOXID have been the best in this tournament. Individually, they've been pretty strong. I think there's just something that seems a little bit of a miss in terms of their teamwork and crossfires and stuff like that. On attack, on defense, they look very strong. They've struggled a little bit on attack sometimes. They're going aggressive towards the cave. Let's get shut down. Look at action from Stonage. Stonage is still alive. Ava's going to be able to make it into this middle area. Nade in hands. They try to take down Flop. Blade just saw the nade come in. He's like, I know where you are. I know where you're hiding. Nice work from Blades. Big rifle comes out from Flop as well. They have made it into this lower area once more. Butterfly effect does get a frag in. It's going to be the instant reply comes in from TEAMOXID, and with just over 6 minutes remaining, it's almost game over now. They only need to full holds, and it would be definitely GG. I know that they're running on a schedule now, so if it was a full hold, I'm not sure if they actually will play it out or not, because there is one more round to go after this. And at the time of this game, I think it was past midnight. Local time. I think it was like maybe even 1 AM. Double artillery comes out from Blade, but they have made it into this low area to face the Muscles team. Side to kill out. 6 respawners, 5 respawners are going to come in. Another Panzer comes out from Testy. No connect on this. Unfortunately, he gets the team kill in. I think that was a very weak Skazi. See him get bounced up by a grenade. It's a Specular. Gets bounced up. Just one shot in the foot. There. I think as much as this does look brutal, Face of Muscles can be fairly happy that they came top 6, I guess, at the event. I think they had possibly the easier group to qualify from, as it was Elysium and TSB who were the front runners in their group, and they just had to be the best of the rest. Whereas Group B did look a little bit more problematic. I think Eurocans against Face of Muscles would have been a really nice game to watch. Nice shooting though. That was Testy. No, it's Butterfly Effect. I think he shook. Picking up quite a bit of damage. Oh, they're gonna go for the knife. Could see it. Setting him up. Nice double grenade comes out. Gibbs will come in. I'm not sure what the respawn on those players. It is 15 seconds. They have got 2 out for a fairly long time. But Blade on middle isn't even going to give them even the slightest opportunity. Look at action as well. I really want to big this up. Like, I want to be like, come on. Face of Muscles, make some moves, but they're just getting so heavily shut down, and they're doing a big push up top again. This could be a really big rifle. It couldn't have been charged up for flop. I've been salivating over that one. Surely got a few to deal with. Rifle does come out. No revive comes in for Specular this time. It's going to be a grenade from Cresty. I think he just dropped it on the body of Specular there. Maybe Specular actually did get revived, so that was if he did, that was nice. Oh, that grenade, even Scars, you look at the smiley faces, it's like perfectly timed grenade just at his feet on the respawn in the cave. Crossfires are nice though. When you can get it going. And everything's clicking. I think this was, like I said, this is a little bit of a mismatch. Let's pick up blades. Decides to go for the airstrike. Was hitting those artilleries all game, but with such little time, no big deal. Artillery's more just to protect your own spawn. You do it 7-8 seconds before your own spawn time, and that stops the attacking team being able to bounce in when you all have to kill out. And if they do, you generally have Fireball in position. There's another airstrike's going to come out. Scars, he did pick up 2 grenades from the lower area, but respawning TEAMOXID players are going to drop down. Stick with Cresty. Get a bit of damage off. It's got support of Fireball in that lower area. Pretty much it's a bit of cloak and daggers. Nice headshot from Cresty. You see Cresty just baits them in and Fireball just shoots them in the sides. Seems to work pretty nicely. Here comes Butterfly Effect. Not going to be able to get that frag. I think he got stuck on the truck. 4 or 5 players for the ally spawning in. Rifle's going to come out from flop. Picks up 2 separate frags. Aquila and Testy both taken down, but I think revives will come in. 30 seconds remain, and we are going to see the good games and well playeds coming out. And this is going to be the end of the tournament for Face of Muscles, unfortunately. They're going to be eliminated in the lower bracket by TEAMOXID. And they are going to finish in 5th to 6th place. As that was it. The server just disconnected. That was the extent of the recording. I think they were just letting us off easy. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. But as I said, it'll be effectively a 4-0 victory for TEAMOXID. Whether they played it out or not, I've got no idea. But that was as much as there was on Games TV replay, unfortunately. I hope you enjoyed that game. We'll have more games coming up for you very soon. But for now, take care and keep on fragging, guys. Keep on fragging.